There's a quiet kind of work that doesn't trend. It doesn't get promotions, it doesn't come with titles or bonuses, and most of the time it goes completely unseen. It matters more than we're willing to admit. Lately, I've been thinking about what it really means to take care of a home, not just as a responsibility, but as an honor. Because if I'm honest, there was a time I didn't see it that way. I saw the mess, the repetition, the constant cycle of things undone as quickly as they were done. And somewhere in that, it felt small. But life has a way of reshaping your perspective, especially when you've walked through loss, uncertainty, and seasons where what you love feels fragile. There are moments that mark you, moments that remind you just how temporary everything can be. And when you've lived through that, you stop looking at ordinary things the same way. You start to see what was always there. The dishes in the sink mean there was food on the table. The laundry means there are people to care for. The noise, the clutter, and the constant movement, it all points to life. And life is something I no longer take for granted. Taking care of my home isn't just about keeping things in order. It's about creating a place where my family can exhale, or my children feel safe, where peace is something you can actually walk into. It doesn't happen by accident. It's built in the small, daily decisions, the one no one claps for. And I think about the woman described in Proverbs 31. Not as some unreachable standard, but as a reminder. She wasn't chasing visibility. She wasn't building her life around recognition. She was faithful in what was in front of her. She worked with intention. She cared deeply. She showed up again and again in ways that most people would overlook. And because of that, her life spoke for itself. The kind of life doesn't happen overnight. It's built through effort, not in a heavy, exhausting way, but in a purposeful one. Effort is what turns ordinary into meaningful. It's what transforms a task into something intentional. It's choosing to show up fully even when no one is watching, even when it's repetitive, even when it's hard, even when it would be easier to rush through or ignore it altogether. Because the truth is, how we do the small things shapes everything. In a world that constantly pulls us outward toward more, bigger, louder, there's something deeply grounding about choosing to be present right where you are. For me, that looks like taking care of my home. Not perfectly, not always gracefully, but faithfully. As this space I've been given, it matters. The people matter in it, and the atmosphere I create will echo far beyond what I can see right now. This isn't about going backward or shrinking your life. It's about recognizing that purpose doesn't only live in big public moments. Sometimes it's found in the quietest places. Sometimes it looks like folding laundry, wiping counters, stirring dinner, picking up toys at the end of a long day. Not because you have to, not because you get to, but because it's your honor, because it's your calling. And maybe some of the most meaningful legacy we build is the one that never needed an audience to begin with.